Second referee, Daniel Palada. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the PETRO GAZZ Angels. Setter from the College of St. Benil, number 2, Janelle Chang. Outside spiker from San Sebastian College, Recoletos, number 5, Gretzel Soltones. Opposite hitter from the University of Santo Tomas, number 8, Aiza Maizo Pontillas. Middle blocker from the Far Eastern University, number 9, Rem Palma. Middle blocker from the University of Santo Tomas, number 12, Casey Galdones. Outside spiker from Bulacan State University, number 20, Jonas Zabete. Starting libero, number 18 from De La Salle University, Xian Cruz. And the head coach for PETRO GAZZ, Oliver Almadro. And now the starters for the debuting Photon Tornadoes. Center from the National University, number 2, Jasmine Nabor. Middle blocker from the University of the Philippines, number 5, Jai Atienza. Middle blocker from the University of the East, number 7, Seth Rodriguez. Outside spiker from De La Salle University, number 8, May Luna. Opposite hitter from the University of San Agustin, number 14, Nene Bautista. Outside spiker from the University of the East, team captain, number 23, Shaya Adorador. Starting libero from UST, number 22, Baby Love Barbon. Head coach for Photon is Brian Esquivel. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. It is PETRO GAZZ versus Photon. This is the PVL, the heart of volleyball.
A new way to watch the PVL via the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos a month. And we take a look at the PETRO GAZZ Angels. A bit of a change there. Kumpara sa first game nila, Ayel, Casey Galdon is stepping in for Des Clemente at the middle blocker position for Coach Oliver Almadro. At para naman sa Photon Tornadoes, a first look at the debuting team here at the PVL. You have Atienza, Rodriguez, Bautista, Luna, Adorador, Nabor, and Barbon. As we welcome you all to our coverage here on Pilipinas Live on One Sports and on One Sports Plus. Dick Dipiaco alongside Ayel Estranero calling this match, and of course Alexis Tinsay is at the sidelines who will give us the reports later on. Ayel, we talked about it at the top of the coverage. The PETRO GAZZ looking to bounce back. Coach Oliver already making a change here in the second game.
No, exactly. Galdones was able to play in the second set of their game against Signal. But something different here also is that Cheng and Aiza Maizo Pontillas is starting as they were not able to start in their game against Signal because they just arrived from the airport in the morning of their game.
Right.
On the side of Photon, clearly a lot of veterans, a new team but composed of veterans and experienced players.
Well, you talked about it also, and you mentioned how big of a factor is it that 7 players here in the Photon team are coming already from the Cherry Tigo crossovers. Kumbaga may familiarity na sila.
Exactly, and it's big for Photon because again, familiarity is there, chemistry is there, not a lot of adjustments needed to be done, except that they had to bring in a couple of players to complete their lineup.
Right, and some of those players we see on the floor like Nene Bautista, who came from Army, Seth Rodriguez starting also, and Baby Love Barbon, who's actually played a lot of beach volleyball in her career, is now a libero for Photon. But babalik dito ang PETRO GAZZ Angels as Soltones ready to serve. 22 big points for Soltones in that opening game. Just not enough for them as Rodriguez gets the point for Photon.
No, it was almost an overpass, but Navarro was able to extend her arms to get that one-hand set to Rodriguez.
3 serving 1 in the early goings of this match. Shaya Adorador, a lot of people excited for her to be the leader of this team.
Exactly, but we can't really take away that pressure. For sure, it's really there because this is the first time that she's taking such of a big role as a captain long time because the last time that she played as a captain, if I'm not mistaken, was during her collegiate career in UE.
So she's had that experience being a team captain, being a leader, and lucky for her that she has Jasmine Nabor alongside her to help spearhead this Tornadoes team. An error for Jonas Abete and a chance for us to send this to Alexis Tinsay for this report.
Depinayel talking to the most awaited young guns of the Photon roster. NCAA Season 98 MVP Mary DePaul, also known as Dap, shared to me that as pressuring as it may sound to bring her MVP prowess to the league, her coaches made their playing environment light, harnessing their skills to the best of her ability. UST Golden Tigers Maji Mangulabnan told me that as a senior in UST, ang tanging maidadala niya muna dito ay ang kanyang leadership at disiplina, telling us that despite her being a rookie, she's ready to step up. And now it's time to dive back into the excitement of this match. And guess what? The Pilipinas Live app is here to crank up the fun factor. Grab the chance for just 99 pesos per month. Let's jump right back to the panel and keep the game spirit soaring.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. And while you were reporting, the rally is still ongoing. Both teams looking for the point. It's kept alive by Photon. But Nabor unable to send it over. Let's go back to that report first of Alexis na nabanggit na sa atin, of course, some of the players who turned pro, one of which is Maji Mangulabnan, also coming from the UST program. I guess, ano ba yung may expect natin with Photon? We mentioned how they have players coming in from Cherry, but also marami rin silang bago.
Exactly. Maji Mangulabnan, Mary DePaul, also an MVP and a best outside hitter in the collegiate league. For sure, they'll be able to contribute given the opportunity, given the playing time. But right now, you have a lot of veterans in your lineup. So they'll really have to wait for their time to contribute.
Obviously, not an easy task to go against PETRO GAZZ on your first assignment. But an error for Aiza Maiza Pontillas gives Photon back the lead.
One department they have to work on because they also committed a lot of service errors in their game against Signal.
Pontillas sends it to Sabete, and down it goes for Jonas Sabete.
Sabete going down the line, seeing that hole in zone 1, really angling that attack.
We are tied at 5-all here in set number 1. Did you expect this type of game? Of course, yung Photon, this is a new team. Wala tayong masyadong background of how they performed in the offseason, I guess, against mga scrimmage nila. But against the PETRO GAZZ team, did we expect a close match like this one?
No, we really expect Photon to fight and to really challenge PETRO GAZZ as they are coming in as the better team because PETRO GAZZ has already proven a lot here in the PVL.
Right.
But again, Photon is not a new team relatively because they have a lot of veterans, experienced ones, team captains in their own right in their collegiate careers.
And getting the lead once again, itong Photon Tornadoes, May Luna heads to the service line.
And again, the Photon players, they have a different kind of motivation and drive as well because they used to be the second stringers in Cherry Tigo crossovers, but right now they are the starters in Photon.
These are players that are waiting for their turn, and finally they have the limelight here in the blue side of things. And another point for them. 2-point lead now for Photon. Coach Oliver Almadro looking ahead. Moving on from that opening game day loss against Signal in 4 sets. That one is wide.
May Luna trying to target zone 1, but too much angle in that serve for her.
And of course, Coach Brian Esquivel was the assistant coach for Cherry Tigo, now the head coach for the Tornadoes. Nabor puts it up. Adorador will attack. Dug up by Sabete. The tip does not work for Palma. Shaya medyo nabitin. Chance for PETRO GAZZ to work with this one. But picked up by Luna. Shaya again. Denied. And we are tied at 7-all.
Shaya Adorador fully guarded by Palma and Cheng. No coverage on the side of Photon Tornadoes.
Nabanggit mo nga, no? Hindi pa sila nag-start last time around because they came from a flight early that morning. But 2 days of recovery, sapat na ba yun? Mukha naman, no? As Janelle Cheng getting that block. Nabor, fake that one. And it's off the block, a point for Photon. Shaya leads us to the first technical timeout. 8-7 is our score.
Welcome back to the PVL. We are still here inside the PhilOil Eco Oil Center as the Photon Tornadoes are warming up against the PETRO GAZZ Angels. And on your screens, you will see the PETRO GAZZ Angels prepping their swag in their BTS photo shoot posted by their high-powered spiker, Jonas Abete, your 2022 reinforced champions, everyone. Now let's go back to the heat. Dipinael.
Thank you, Alexis. And a heated action so far, a close one with Photon leading only by a point against the PETRO GAZZ Angels. Jaila Atienza prepares to serve. Another one of those that came from the crossovers, crossing over to the Tornadoes. Palma easily picked up by Nabor. Atienza pumps it to Adorador, and it's a point.
So far, Photon showing some solid defense and converting a point off the rallies. We talked about this earlier. PETRO GAZZ being an intact team, an intact core, and familiarity sometimes can become a disadvantage on their part.
9 serving 7. Sabete picked that up. And that's a point for PETRO GAZZ. Our first referee calling a touch there on May Luna. Eight serving 9. Janelle Cheng on deck to serve. Nabor chooses the middle. Rodriguez unable to get that one. Second try, and it's good.
Adorador showing that she is unfazed with 2 blockers, with the blockers in front of her, and also unfazed with a big responsibility of being the captain and being a leader inside the court.
Sabi niya, galing din naman akong Indonesia. I also got a lot of good experience, and she is showing us what she learned from that one.
No, and that's true. Adorador has that momentum, having those good games, good experience from the AVC Cup that she can bring in today's game.
That's outside for Soltones.
And again, the service errors of PETRO GAZZ Angels really giving them a difficult time to build that momentum.
Carly Hernandez also on the bench of Photon. A returning player in the PVL. Lilipat kay Sabete, and it's a point for Jonas Sabete.
Perfect pass, a perfect set, and a perfect finish by Sabete. Only one blocker in front of her, and you can't leave Sabete with only one blocker. She has the leaping ability to really score a point.
And just like her leaping ability, it seems like she's just on an upward trajectory, you know, ever since she came back here at the PETRO GAZZ squad.
Exactly, the same with Soltones.
It's a float of a serve, but it's wide for Remy Palma. And it's hurting the cause of PETRO GAZZ whenever it seems like they're going to make a run. Nagkaka-service error.
No, so far, it's really the service errors that is hurting the PETRO GAZZ Angels and giving the Photon Tornadoes that confidence.
Rodriguez will be the one to serve. And another service error. And actually, Photon has more service errors with 4 already compared to the 3 of PETRO GAZZ.
No, both teams giving away a lot of free points early on this set.
Nabor back sets to Bautista. Cheng chooses Sabete. Return to sender. One more try for PETRO GAZZ, and it's kept alive. Barbon goes to the left. Luna with the approach. Power tip. It's still good. The block by Atienza. From the back. Barbon. Bautista. Too long. And rally ends with a point for PETRO GAZZ.
Both teams showing some good defense. But that rally ends with that attack error on the side of Bautista.
Chance for PETRO GAZZ to take the lead. But Atienza says, not so fast.
The good first balls of the Photon Tornadoes allows just Nabor to set up the middles.
Bautista with the serve. Cheng goes to Galdones, and it's outside for KC.
Galdones trying to avoid the blocker in front of her. Too much angle in that attack.
Oh, the PETRO GAZZ Angels, of course, we know about the couple of signings that they did at the middle position. Kasi nga, MJ Phillips will not be suiting up for them.
And that's really a big shoes to fill.
And KC is ready to fill those shoes again.
But Galdones proving why she's part of the starters in this game.
Sabete will serve 13-14 in what has been a really tight first set. Nabor goes to Luna. Kept alive by Sabete. This is going to be an easy over. They go back row to Adorador. And Jasmine knew exactly where to set it up, but PETRO GAZZ was quick to press that buzzer for a challenge dahil yung atake ni Adorador, they're saying that it was over the line, or at least she stepped on the line.
Oh, well, in our view, when she approached that ball, she was a bit close.
Yeah.
So this could be a good challenge on the side of the PETRO GAZZ Angels, and they badly need this one because Photon is starting to build that momentum.
Right. And tumatabla sila, no, but they just can't get over the hump at makuha yung lamang dito sa set number 1. Kumbaga nag-aamuin pa yung dalawang kuponan. PETRO GAZZ facing Photon, who is playing their first match here at the Premier Volleyball League. We take a look at this instant replay. Indeed, it was a step on the line for Shaya Adorador. Good intention, though, for Nabor to set it up. Sumubra lang.
And if this challenge was unsuccessful, it was a point for the Photon Tornadoes because Adorador got that point. But credit to the fast decision-making of the coaches of the PETRO GAZZ Angels.
Kailangan mabilis talaga yung mata mo, yung kamay mo, lahat to be able to get that challenge. Luna. Cheng got a touch. Oh! A nice adjustment from Soltones. Namuntik mamabitin.
Soltones seeing the hole behind the blockers, just tipping the ball in beside Atienza, and we see some adjustment here on the side of the Photon Tornadoes. Nabor playing as a spiker and Maji Mangulabnan playing as a setter.
Finally, the lead for the PETRO GAZZ Angels, 15-14. Can they build on this? Nabor will attack. And she gets the point. What about this lineup though, Ayel? Just to cut you off, pinasok ni Coach Brian itong si Maji Mangulabdan, who's obviously a setter, but Nabor is still on the floor.
And I was gonna say, this is a really big advantage on them. Nabor being able to play both as a setter and as an attacker. And as a left-handed at that, very difficult to defend.
We know that she has that in her arsenal, one of the more aggressive setters. And they get a block. And the lead back for Photon as we reach the second technical timeout. 16-15 in favor of Photon. Parating na ang FIBA World Cup 2023 sa Signal Pay-Per-View. Mag-avail ng early bird offer sa halagang 550 pesos until July 15 para mapanood ng lahat ng games commercial-free and in high definition at pwede pang manalo ng authentic Gilas Pilipinas merchandise as we take a look at, of course, Coach Kung Fu Reyes, Coach Aaron Velez, Pongay Gaston, and Zach Carandang. Alam naman natin supporting their sister team, no? Pwede rin silang mag-suot ng color blue. Action continues here in set number 1. Nabor again with the attack this time. Read by Petro Gazz and Sabete with the hang time.
A mishit by Sabete, but it turned out well for them as it is a point for them. No one there on the side of the Photon Tornadoes. Sabete looked like she was really going for a power hit.
16 all. Mangulabnan tosses it to Adorador. Goes cross court.
Adorador perfectly targeting that zone 5 of Petro Gazz Angels.
So many options for this Photon team. But Adorador has been the #1 scorer for them so far. Cheng back sets to Palma. An easy point for Remy.
Talking about Adorador, 6 points for her already, but we saw that classic attack from Remy Palma.
MJ Phillips beside, of course, Ziher Vasho. Enjoying the action here at the Eco Oil Center in San Juan. Our last match of this Thursday triple header. Chisayat now in the game. Medyo malamig pa. Sumobra yung kanyang serve.
Earlier we saw MJ Phillips. And again, they are missing the net defense and the point production as well of MJ Phillips. The reason why they really need to, everyone really needs to work on, especially on the offense side of the game.
Right, and that's why Coach Oliver Almagro wants to get used to it. Yung lineup na wala si MJ. And Palma gets a point and ties this game up at 18 all.
So far, Remy Palma having the hot hands on the side of the Petro Gazz Angels.
Soltones will serve a good one. Adorador will put it up. Bautista kept alive by Cruz. Sabete again. She's been doing that here in set number 1.
Yeah, and we see Petro Gazz Angels already adjusting their offense. Earlier, they were going for the power hits, but this time they're trying to slow the game down, seeing that weak spot on the defense pattern of the Photon Tornadoes.
Slowly but surely, no? Kinakabisado nila ano ba yung butas dito sa Photon side. But Adorador easily takes that point back and ties the game up for our 10th deadlock here in set number 1.
Adorador really unstoppable so far in this first set.
That's how close it has been. 10 times we have tied this game up. Walang bumibitaw. Set back, second try for Aiza Maiza Pontillas. It's a point for her.
Maiza Pontillas showing some bet moves there. Earlier blocked in that drop ball, but getting winning that set again in that second try, getting that point in a very sharp cross-court attack.
Of course, another player that represented Team Philippines in that ABC Challenge Cup.
And this is the advantage of PETRO GAZZ Angels. They have a lot of veterans in their team, very experienced players. So no matter how close the game is, they have that experience in ending it stronger.
This is a team that was the first runners-up in the last All-Filipino Conference. As we take a look at Carly Hernandez playing her first game as a Photon Tornado. With that serve, Sabete. And it's a point for Jonas Sabete.
3 blockers in front of Jonas Sabete. But Sabete is still powering through, using the hands of her blockers to score that point.
Napahabol agad dun si Hernandez, kakapasok lang. And it's crucial part of this set number 1, 21-20. Bautista is blocked.
Galdones and Sabete reading that well.
And this is the biggest lead for the PETRO GAZZ Angels here in set number 1. As we listen into the huddle of Coach Brian Esquivel.
Girls, nandito si Luna, nandito. Nang, pag matatarget natin yung area ni Luna, ha? Okay. Tapos ibibigay kay Nene. Look, girls. Si Jonah, ikaw bumablock kay, Nene? Si Jonah? Okay. Huwag masyadong mataas yung reach.
Nesa ka manggagaling? Dulo. O, May. Jayla. Jazz, pag maganda receive, kombinasyon tayo. Patong. Dulo, May. Pag walang receive, buka tayo. Shaya, ready sa back row. Ha? Pasaan natin, ha? Pasa tayo.
Hey, team! Ay, kaya na.
Coach Brian Esquivel there asking for some combination plays, especially if they get a good first ball, because so far PETRO GAZZ Angels, they've already adjusted. They are showing that they are able to read and predict the offense of the Photon Tornado. So it's time for Photon again to also adjust their offense.
Right, very specific yung gusto niya mangyari here in this play. They go to Luna. Second try for Photon. Adorador. High up. Sent back to the side of the Tornadoes. Another play. This time drawn up for Atienza.
Atienza getting that point for the Photon Tornadoes. Casey Galdones a bit late in trying to close that block. Perfect time for Nabor to give her middle attackers that confidence.
Cheng goes to Sabete and breaks the block off Nabor. And a friendly gesture for Nabor dahil bumalik lang. Nag-ricochet sa mukha nitong si Sabete.
And again, you can't leave only one blocker in front of Sabete. She really knows what to do to score that point.
23-21 here in set number 1. Barbon with the reception. Luna with the approach. It's still good. Oh, but it's short on the third touch.
That was a good defense on the side of Maiso Pontilla. She was quick in trying to go for that pancake, but Sabete, misjudgment there in that attack.
But what about this entry of Mary Rose Dapol? NCAA Season 98 MVP checking in. That service through. Ooh! 3 players for Photon on that area, but no one picking that ball up.
And that's just classic Sultanes, not intimidated at all, even with the 3 blockers. And that forces Coach Brian Esquivel again to press the timeout button.
Kaya lang, ang problema, hindi tayo nakasunod sa bola. Kailangan natin sundan ng mata yung bolang nangyayari sa taas para makuha uli natin. So kalimutan uli yung nangyari. Ha? Jazz, harap ka na. Jazz, Shaya, Jayla. Pag maganda receive Jayla, tumakbo ka na running. Ha? Sibat kay, kay Shaya. Pag walang receive, ready na yun sa back row. Daps, ready rin sa back row. Ha? Oh, go.
Hey, team!
Coach Esquivel there talking about their defense because they're actually getting some good touches off the block.
Yeah.
But then the second touch is not ready or is not there. So a better action is being asked by Coach Brian Esquivel.
Basic lang sinabi niya, you have to follow with your eyes kung nasan ba yung bola. You can't stop after that touch. And 2 set points for PETRO GAZZ, and it's still good.
Oh, chance ball.
Gonna be a free ball for the Angels. Cheng goes back set to Palma. The ball picks it up. Adorador. Still good. Battle at the net. Blocked. And a point for Foton.
Jai Atienza so far showing that she can be aggressive both in offense and defense.
Staying alive are the Foton Tornadoes here in set number 1. And more subs coming in for Coach Brian Esquivel. Bern Flora. We haven't seen her in a while here in the Premier Volleyball League. The last time we saw her, I think black pa yung hair niya, diba? Sporting a new hairdo. At tatawag ng timeout si Coach Oliver Almadro as we listen in.
Again, ganun din ha. Walang problema yung atin na. Kasi talagang ahampasin niya. Titingnan natin yon, okay? Pambalikan lang ng bola, naka-counter naman tayo, nakahinahipo lang. So ready tayo sa coverage. Again, one good receive. Dadalawa tayo kung kinakihiwalay tayo, ganun pa din. Coveran natin si Ate Gretch ha. Okay? Now, galing sa timeout, target ng area. Okay? So we have to ask. We have to ask. Cover tayo. Ready to counter.
Coach O asking for some coverage as Foton Tornadoes is showing that they can be a good blocking team, really aggressive and covering the net defense well.
All important serve for Bern Flora. And it's over. And she knew it when PETRO GAZZ got the timeout, diba? She was going to be iced, and it worked for Coach O and the PETRO GAZZ Angels as they take set number 1, 25-23 against the Foton Tornadoes. We're back with set number 2. New streaming experiences also await via the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. What a set number 1 between the PETRO GAZZ Angels and the Foton Tornadoes. We talked about it, Ayel. Sabi mo nga, we expected this because Foton, led by Shaya Adorador and Jasmine Nabor, they knew how to play against PETRO GAZZ Angels dahil they played na naman for Cherry. They have championship experience, but at the end of it all, in set number 1, PETRO GAZZ taking it.
No, Foton Tornadoes just showing great floor and net defense in that first set. It really challenged the offense of the PETRO GAZZ Angels, but the PETRO GAZZ Angels, being veterans, they were able to adjust. They were able to recognize the weak spots on the side of the Tornadoes, and on the side of the Tornadoes, Adorador leading the way, being unstoppable, proving why she's the captain of the team. But it's just unfortunate that Photon gave away a free point in the most crucial part of the game.
Right. What do you think worked well for PETRO GAZZ at the latter part of that set number 1? Kasi halos buong set number 1, Photon seemed like they controlled it. And based on the numbers, we take a look at it.
No, it's almost the same in all departments. You have PETRO GAZZ with 14 attacks, just 2 more against Photon with 12. Both teams showing good defense, net and floor, 2 blocks apiece. But both teams also committing a lot of service errors and attack errors in 9 apiece. So for PETRO GAZZ, what worked well for them is their ability to really adjust quickly in game. Something that Photon Tornadoes tried to do as well. But again, the last part was very unfortunate on their side.
Right. 5 of those 9 errors for each team galing sa service. Let's see if they will be able to limit it here in set number 2. But you mentioned PETRO GAZZ able to make the adjustments. What do you think can Photon build on naman here in set number 2? Because it's the first time we saw them in action here in the PVL. What were the bright spots that they can continue to do here in set number 2?
Photon just really showing that they are ready to play here in the PVL despite being a new team. And them being aggressive in the offense and defense is really a big advantage for them. And again, they have that big drive and motivation to play as they are given this opportunity to have more playing time.
Right. And we welcome you all to set number 2 here at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan. Dip Dipiaco alongside Ayel Estraniero calling this match, and Alexis Tinsay on the sidelines giving us the reports. You're watching us live on Pilipinas Live, and of course on One Sports and on One Sports Plus, and also on Signal Play. First point goes to the Tornadoes.
Dorador scoring that first point off the hands of Isa Maiso Puntillas. But again, another error on the side of Tornadoes.
Just picking up from where she left off, but that error gives PETRO GAZZ their first point here in the second set.
Another adjustment here on the side of PETRO GAZZ. Julia Ipak starting.
Ooh, good play. And Seth Rodriguez gets her second point.
Oh, we're seeing a lot of improvements also on the middle attackers of the Photon Tornadoes. We've seen Rodriguez and Atienza play last conference with the Cheritigo crossovers. And they're showing right now that they are also capable of putting in points.
The push for Isa does not work. Bautista with the approach. One-hand dig para kay Cheng. Adorador can't do the same, and it's a point for the Angels. A chance for us to hear the support mula kay Alexis Tinsay.
Dip and Ayel, an emotional roller coaster for PETRO GAZZ Angels. Remy Palma, she talks about the huge shoes she has to fill in, losing her partner in the season, MJ Phillips, and as they were the unstoppable tag team in the past conferences. Moving on to Julie Ipak, as you can see, she's now in the court, and Casey Galdones as the young middles. Remy is surprised as how much they are eager and willing to learn. More than that, as they have most of their core team intact, they do not need to be extravagant, Remy says, just solid and grounded like always. Pilipinas Live app is here to turbocharge the fun, and don't miss out on the opportunity to download and subscribe to this incredible app for 99 pesos per month. Now let's bounce back to the panel and keep that game spirit skyrocketing.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. And Julia Ipak is the first time we're seeing her in a PETRO GAZZ uniform. She was unable to suit up in the opening game. But what does she bring to the table for this Angels, knowing na yun nga, meron silang open spot in the middle?
So Julia Ipak actually has a good height, being a middle attacker, and Julia also being able to run different plays is a big advantage on the side of the PETRO GAZZ Angels. But again, it's big shoes to fill, as it's MJ Phillips who they are missing right now.
Ipak with a running attack. It's still good. Tough angle for Bautista to work with. Cheng tosses it to Soltones. It's still good. And it's on the side of the red shirts. Soltones again. It's too long.
Now, Soltones trying to attack on top of the blockers, but lacked risk action in that previous rally.
Nene Bautista serving for Photon. Oh, and it's an ace for Nene Bautista, and it's her second point of the match.
And Nene Bautista challenging the first ball of the PETRO GAZZ Angels.
Cruz unable to pick that ball up. Cheng goes to Soltones, gustong bumawi, but it's still inside off the block.
Now, so far, Photon Tornadoes reading the offense of the PETRO GAZZ Angels well.
Oh, Atienza making her presence felt here for the Photon Tornadoes.
No, not just in the net defense, but even in scoring.
And she is the second leading scorer right now for Photon with 5. That's outside for Julia Ipak, who's finding her footing here with the Angels. A 4-point lead now built by the Tornadoes, and it's an easy one for Jaila Atienza. Six points for her on 3 attacks, 3 blocks, and we reach the first technical timeout. Bingo Plus, the first live streaming bingo in the Philippines. As we welcome you back to the action here at the PVL 2023 Invitational Conference. Photon on a 5-0 run here in set number 2. Can PETRO GAZZ end it? And finally, Soltones gets a point.
No, and that point is off a good service reception from Maiso Pontillas. The reason why Cheng was able to set up Soltones well in that rally. And this is what they need. They need a good service reception, as earlier Photon Tornadoes is serving hard to challenge it.
They go back to Atienza, who's really starting to warm up with her new team.
And Atienza also showing some variety of attacks, scoring points in different plays. Earlier, it was just an A-quick and a B-quick, and right now, Jasnabor setting her up in that slide attack.
Back to a 5-point lead. Luna will serve. Palma bumps it. Soltones straight to Barbon. Nabor chooses Adorador. And that connection continues to work. Photon has built a 6-point lead, which prompts Coach Oliver Almadro to call for time.
Let's have a small goal. Isa muna, dalawa muna. If we want, gusto na agad spectacular, wala yon. So nagkamaling isa, naputang isa, kailangan lang tiyagain. Kuha natin isa-isa. Start with the receive. Ate Cheng, gawa ng paraan tayo dito. First line ka pa. Okay, ate, hindi kinakailangan puro power ha. Gawa tayo ng paraan. Jonah, ask for back row. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now, Coach O there asking for better service reception and asking for some adjustment in the offense, as they are being marked well by the blockers of the Photon Tornadoes.
6-point lead for Photon. Luna continues to serve. Soltones Again, Barbon was there. Luna bumps it. Adorador. Cruz able to pick it up, but it's a free ball. Nabor goes to Shaya. Cheng to Palma. Barbon saves it. And from the back row, it's popped up by Sabete. Here comes Soltones, the approach. Shaya again, and it's a point.
No, Shaya Adorador, really unstoppable in this game. We've been talking about her, how reliable she is as an outside hitter and how efficient she is so far. But how about Barbon, who has been stable as a libero for the Photon Tornadoes? Really marking well the floor defense on the attacks of Soltones and even Remy Palma.
And as you mentioned, on cue, keeping that ball alive is Baby Love Barbon. But Cheng breaking the spell.
Oh, but Janelle Cheng staying unpredictable, going for that 1-2 play, a much-needed point on the side of the PETRO GAZZ Angels.
Look at that. Finding the donut hole. Chance here for PETRO GAZZ to string a couple of points. And Aiza Maizo Pontillas is the one to score.
No, Maizo Pontillas putting some force and speed in that attack. Now, better first ball for the PETRO GAZZ Angels really allows them to convert a point right away.
6-11. Nabor goes to Shaya. And it's outside, 3 straight points for the Angels. And we will get this report first. Mula kay Alexis Tinsay. Alexis?
Dipinayel, just a side note on the PETRO GAZZ Angels, Marian Buitre shared to me that their performance against Signal in their first game last Tuesday was actually good. But the timing, the substitutions, the rhythm of the game was not quite what they expected to be. She noticed how Signal's floor defense were ready to block off any power hits of PETRO GAZZ. That is why you can see now they are going all around in the court. No excuses, and now it's time for a challenge.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. You know, when you have 2 players scoring 20-plus points, no doubt it's a good game, no?
Exactly.
Kaya nga lang, Signal just played better in that one. And while Alexis was giving us that report, a challenge on the floor for Photon because the initial call was out.
The challenge is successful.
Pero humingi ng block touch itong Tornadoes and they get it successfully. So they're able to score a point after that 3-0 blast of PETRO GAZZ.
Now, PETRO GAZZ needs to convert at this point because Photon Tornadoes are getting that momentum. But Janelle Cheng is not done scoring some points for her team, going for that 1-2 play again.
The players don't know it. We don't know it when she will do that one. I'm sure the fans also don't know when Janelle Cheng will go for that 1-2 play. And they have to figure it out as Soltones gets an ace.
And that 1-2 play of Cheng could be a turnaround that they actually need to build up momentum. Soltones with that service ace earlier.
8-12, and it's inside. Back-to-back aces for Rachel Soltones.
The 1-2 plays of Janelle Cheng, the service aces of Soltones, something where they can get some confidence trying to close the gap, and because of that, a timeout here called in the side of Photon Tornadoes.
Ayun, pag tinarget ng Soltones, umatras ka talaga para targetan. Shaya, ikaw ang kumover dito. Ha? Tulong-tulong lang muna. Advantage tayo dyan, na-atake tayo, basta rumisib muna tayo. Ang nangyayari, tumatapon ng bola nang walang kahirap-hirap ang kalaban. So, pilitin nating may angat muna ng dahan-dahan, saka tayo umatake. Isipin muna natin pumasa, ha? Pasa muna, bago atake. Go!
Hey, team!
Coach Brian Esquivel saying pilitin natin pumasa, something that's very important for them at this point because that's already 2 service aces off the hands of Soltones. It's an easy point whenever it's an ace. It's an automatic point. And right now, Coach Brian asking for better first ball as we are in a 5-1 run for PETRO GAZZ.
Oh, it's still good. Can Cruz send it over? And Cheng does so. Nabor went for the attack, but PETRO GAZZ was already set on defense. Barbon was also there. Adorador. Cruz with a dive. Pontillas. Look at baby love Barbon keeping it alive. Shaya again. Cruz to the left side. Sabete. Oh, that's out.
No, credit that rally on Barbon because that attack from Maiso Pontillas was very hard to defend. And because she's able to defend the outside hitters really well in the cross court, it's really forcing the PETRO GAZZ Angels to switch things up.
Is there something with the beach volleyball skills that makes it easier for Barbon to dig and receive?
Oh, definitely, because in beach volley, you really need to read and move fast. And right now, Barbon really displaying a lot of those skills here in the indoor volleyball.
Cruz goes back row, the push. Nabor goes middle, Rodriguez straight to Cheng. Maiso Pontillas again, cross-court kill.
Oh, Maiso Pontillas using that risk action to score that point. The same angle for her.
There's so much activity going on for both teams. Iba-iba rin yung ginagawa nila, please.
Long rallies, a lot of scrambling in the defense, but still good conversion on both sides.
Right, excellent quality of volleyball showcased by both teams. Cheng goes back to Aiza, and why not? Because she has been efficient.
Aiza going in all angles. At this point earlier, scoring from the cross-court attack. This time, switching things up, going down the line. Barbon not ready for that.
Palma with the serve. PETRO GAZZ continues to inch closer. Just down by 2. Sabete waits for the ball. Second try. Jonah again. Still nothing. Nagkailangan si Pontillas and Cheng.
Miscue there between Cheng and Pontillas, and that second ball was a good coverage and reaction on the side of Julia Ipak.
Mas malapit na kay Pontillas, but because usually it's the center.
Exactly.
And it's back to a 3-point game. Adorador will have to work from the back. 14-11. Cheng goes to the middle to Ipak. Nabor back sets to Bautista, and that works.
No, Bautista showing some vet moves there, using the left hand of Sabete to score that point, that outer hand of Sabete. Great decision by Bautista.
The veteran knowing exactly what to do in that situation. Pontillas. Barbon again with a save. Soltones with a dig. Pontillas unable to convert. Nabor tosses it to Luna. Down it goes for May Luna. We have reached the second technical timeout. Photon up 16-11 over PETRO GAZZ. second side, the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan, as we take a look at the defensive battle between the two teams. Photon and PETRO GAZZ playing excellent defense.
No, exactly. 23 on the side of Photon and 26 excellent digs on the side of the PETRO GAZZ Angels.
Dikit na dikit, though. And obviously, Sabete fell there, her foot hitting the net. A bit of a delay lang on the reaction of Photon, but they were able to call that nonetheless.
But both teams showing some aggressiveness really on their floor defense.
Rarely do you see the foot hitting
the
net.
Exactly.
Cruz was there. Cheng, this time read by Barbon. Bautista with the attack. Cheng to Sabete, who breaks the block.
Sabete has been challenged by the blocks of Photon, but this time powering through two blockers in front of her. But that was her best option.
Bumawi after that net violation. Nabor goes middle. Cheng wanted space to set up Soltones.
Now, smart decision on the side of Cheng, recognizing that Soltones was ready on the back row and only one blocker in front of her.
4 points ang hinahabol dito ng PETRO GAZZ Angels. That goes down to 3 after that service ace.
Maiso Pontillas going in between Barbon and Adorador. A bit of miscue there between the two players.
14-17. But after an ace, it turns into an error.
Maiso Pontillas trying to go for zone 1, but too much power in that serve.
Des Clemente checking in for the first time in this match.
And we've seen a lot of rotations on the side of the position of MJ Phillips. You have Galdones earlier, Ipak, and now Clemente. So they're still trying to look for that stable replacement for MJ Phillips.
Gustong timplahin ni Coach O. Clemente, Galdones, Ipak. They've been part of that rotation. But the middle of Photon, Seth Rodriguez getting that service ace. And this leads to another timeout for PETRO GAZZ.
Nakakaisa yung kalaban eh. So yung mga malilit na bagay na yun, yun importante. We have to keep on talking. If you know that it's yours, salita na kagad. You ask for it. Okay, keep on talking. Yun ang number 1. Okay, aggressive na salita. Tingin mo kagad anong klaseng receive meron at saka approach. Tawag ha, tawag ng tawag. Sige, sapay. Shen, kita mo pa diretso sa
Ate, isa-isa.
Coach O there asking his players to communicate better inside the court, because we've already seen a couple of miscues in the first ball and even in the second ball earlier with Cheng and Maiso Pontillas, and they can't give away this 3 points off miscues, because that's giving Photon even more confidence to take the set away.
Right, and they want to pull away, of course, already with a 5-point lead here in set number 2. But Sabete able to get a point.
Now earlier, Sabete trying to go in between the blockers, but this time trying to go deep cross court, targeting the left hand of Atienza, pushing that ball in.
She takes a breather talking about Sabete, and Nicole Tiamzon will be the one to serve her first entry in this game. Nabor back sets to Bautista, and it's into the outskirts.
No, that delayed set on Nabor, keeping Clemente with Atienza.
So we saw this rotation a while ago, Ayel, no? As you mentioned, the luxury of Photon to have Magi enter but Nabor to stay as an attacker.
A big advantage for them as Nabor is also a very capable attacker.
Good timing there for Magi. A chance here for PETRO GAZZ. Soltones. It's just out.
Also, Tones actually had a big advantage to score that point because she only had one blocker in front of her, but she really tried to angle that attack.
6-point lead for the Tornadoes, the biggest so far in this set. Cheng goes to Clemente. This scores.
Clemente using her height and length to score that point, attacking even on top of the middle blocker of Photon in Jaila Atienza.
(16-21). Good first ball. They go to Nabor on the attack. And Jasmine Nabor scores.
Jasmine Nabor orchestrating the offense earlier, but now contributing on the offense side of the game as well, seeing that big gap in between the blockers and maximizing that to score a point.
Usually sanay tayo, Jasmine Nabor goes for those 1-2 plays, but Photon using her as an attacker. Barbon got a touch. It's a point for PETRO GAZZ.
Much needed point by PETRO GAZZ as Photon is just 3 points away in taking the set.
But this has been obviously a different game compared to set number 1. Hindi pa lumalamang yung PETRO GAZZ here in set number 2.
They're really trying to play catch up here.
The push by Shaya. Cheng goes to Palma, and that works.
Palma, back-to-back points for her earlier in that slide attack. Now moving in front of the set. They're going for that be quick. Just going for that power tip. Easy outing for Remy Palma.
Magi backs to Nabor. Picked up by Tiamzon. Soltones goes up. Mangulabdan switches to the other side. And PETRO GAZZ keeping the ball alive. Palma again. Popped up by Mangulabdan. Adorador. Still no. Cheng sets up Maizo Puntillas. And dug up by Mangulabdan. A long rally ongoing. But Maizo Puntillas, the veteran that she is, hindi na kailangan humintay.
It's still very impressive for me. That quick thinking of Maizo Puntillas, trying to fake that set formation and last second going for that 1-2 attack. No one there really predicted that play on the side of Photon.
And keeping PETRO GAZZ within distance. Chance for them to go closer. Palma, the running special.
Remy Palma with that slide attack. Perfect first ball, perfect set. No blockers on the side of Photon Tornadoes.
Timeout called by Coach Brian Esquivel.
Pag tumunod to, sunod din yung depensa natin. Ano nangyayari? Open block, tapos yung blockings natin, bungay-bungay na. Ha? Ngayon, Magi, dandanin mo lang. Hindi mo kailangan magmadali. Pag walang receive, dulo-dulo tayo. Ha? Pag may receive, tuloy natin yung combination. Tapos, palo talaga tayo, Shaya. Ha? Shaya. Mandata mo na, Shaya.
Coach Brian Esquivel talking about their defense there because earlier PETRO GAZZ Angels playing basic volleyball, but right now they're trying to incorporate more combination plays, and that's challenging the defense of the Photon Tornadoes.
And just right behind us, of course, is Ivy Perez, who saw action in the first game a while ago for Jerflor defenders. 2-point game. Adorador has been quiet as of late here in set number 2. Nabor with a push. And it's just enough to get a point.
Nabor knew that if she would still try to go for a power hit, Soltones was very well established already in closing that block. So she used the outer hand of Soltones to score that point.
Hernandez back in the game to serve. Cheng to Maizo Pontillas again.
This is what veterans can do. This is what Maizo Pontillas can do. Now, even in a crunch time, even when the pressure is really high, she makes it look so easy to score a point. But also credit to Cheng for putting her in a very comfortable position.
Right, nagkakaintindihan yung dalawa. Went to set it up. Good save by Tiamzon. She goes up for the attack. What a sequence for Nicole Tiamzon.
And what some quality minutes for Tiamzon. She's been contributing in the defense earlier when she was in the back row. Now that she is in the front row, she's still contributing in the offense side of the game.
1-point game. Cruz pops it up, batted at the net. Pagkakataon para sa PETRO GAZZ. It's outside though, as Janelle Cheng unable to control it, and Photon is at set point.
Nicole Tiamzon just being fully covered there. Cheng trying to go for the coverage, but didn't have the best control over that ball.
This is also the scenario in set number 1, pero nagpalit lang sila ng positions. Photon now with 2 set points. Cheng goes to Maizo Pontillas. Chance for the Tornadoes. Adorador goes up. Denied. She keeps it alive. And a free ball given up. Cheng targets Tiamzon. Straight to Barbon. Here comes Shaya for the finish. No. Balik sa Photon ng bola. Bautista with the approach. Still no. The push by the ball.
Just quick thinking for her to recognize that really free spot on the side of the PETRO GAZZ Angels. No one there on the side of the Angels to defend that ball.
What you can do, I can do better. Just on the second touch, Nabor wins set number 2 for the Photon Tornadoes, 25-22. New streaming experiences also await via the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. And a much-needed breather for us, Ayel, and our viewers at Pilipinas Live and also on One Sports, because that set number 2, Photon took control, but towards the end, PETRO GAZZ muntik pang humabol but ultimately at the end of it, heads-up play for Jasmine Nabor, getting them that set number 2.
No, both teams in that second set showing really great volleyball, but again, Photon showing more consistency as they led the entire set. PETRO GAZZ Angels trying to pull off a comeback towards the end of that set. Maizo Pontillas, Nicole Tiamzon, some great contributions from them, even the 1-2 plays of Janelle Cheng, but Photon just really stayed aggressive in the defense and steady on the offense. Mainly the reason why they were able to get that second set.
Right, you see the fighting spirit of the Photon Tornadoes unfazed against PETRO GAZZ Angels, who obviously has a lot of experience in the PVL. And we take a look at the numbers in that set number 2.
No, as you can see in the numbers, PETRO GAZZ still playing better in terms of attacks. They have 18, Photon with 15, but a Photon again showing better net defense with 2 blocks. None for the PETRO GAZZ Angels. Very uncharacteristic for them as they are a good blocking team.
Right.
But both teams faring well, improved their service in that set. And very evident here on the side of Photon is that they only had one error the entire set. Both teams actually lessened their errors, but Photon with 1 and 6 relatively still high for the PETRO GAZZ Angels.
Right, both teams had 9 in set number 1. For Photon to put it down to just 1, obviously that did a lot for them in set 2. And the third set underway here inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan. Dip Bianco alongside Aiel Estraniero calling this match, and of course Alexis Tinsay continuing to give us the reports at the sidelines. Maizo Pontillas draws first blood here in set number 3.
And we saw in that second set towards the end, Maizo Pontillas getting her momentum, and they are hoping that they could translate that momentum here in the third set.
Nabor. The right thing in mind, just a bit too flashy there.
And Nabor trying to outsmart the defense of the PETRO GAZZ Angels, but too short for that one to attack.
2-0 in favor of PETRO GAZZ. Cheng already with 11 excellent sets. This time she sets up Rodriguez. Talking about Nabor. And a 3 straight points for PETRO GAZZ. A chance for us to send this to Alexis Tinsay.
Nip and Ayel, let's talk about the first winning set of the Photon Tornadoes here in the PVL. Photon Libero and 3-time beach volleyball champ Baby Love Barbon has now set foot in the indoor court after 3 years in the sand. Here the rules, the timing, and the floor itself is different. As in beach, you are allowed to run and roll without getting injured. Adapting to a safe gameplay was her priority while entering the PVL. And now let's go back to the adrenaline-pumping excitement of this match with the Pilipinas Live app. As here, let's listen in.
Makinig muna. Huwag kang nga-atake sa harap ng blocker. Sabi ko sa'yo, si Clemente yan. Kahit nakataas lang yan, makakablak at makakablak yan. Lumayo ka, tumakbo ka. Papuntang running o papuntang tumba. Ha? Ngayon, pasa muna tayo. 4 na kagad yung lamang ng kalaban. No? Ha? Wala pa silang ginagawa dyan. Puro error natin. Front line si Jasmine, ha?
Coach Brian Esquivel there asking for more variety in the attacks of Rodriguez as PETRO GAZZ Angels guarding the net well.
But let's go back to that report of Alexis Tinsay prior to the timeout. She highlighted Baby Love Barbon. How big was her contribution in set number 2? I mean, it's a revelation for those who are seeing her just now because she came from the beach volleyball scene.
Oh, Barbon really creating some positive impact on the side of the Photon Tornadoes. Her steady defense is really forcing PETRO GAZZ Angels to not doubt, but really try to change and adjust their offense because anywhere they attack, Barbon is actually there, really covering.
Right, Joy Micagande also joining in on the fun inside the arena. She played and had her debut last Tuesday for Cheritigo. Bautista with the attack. Here comes Sabete. That is inside.
Oh, Sabete, perfectly placed shot there. Going to the end corner of the court of Photon Tornadoes. No, and we sort of missed the production of Sabete in that second set.
Adorador also gets her first point here in set number 3.
No, Adorador there perfectly avoiding the blockers in that combination play.
But that was her second point rather as she serves for the Tornadoes. 2-5. Cheng goes to Clemente.
Cheng giving more balls in the middle attackers.
Right. She understands the task, no, that Coach O, trying to help out Coach O figure out.
No, and you want to be able to set up your middle attackers to give more room for your outside attackers towards later on the set, because in the second set they are being read well by the blockers of the Photon Tornadoes.
And Bautista taking advantage as the defense of PETRO GAZZ was in a bit of disarray at that time.
Talking about putting your attackers in a comfortable position, Jazz Nabor, perfect thing in mind there for that reverse set to Bautista. Only one blocker in front of her.
3 serving 6. This is Seth Rodriguez on deck to serve. Cheng. Oh, that's good enough for Remy Palma.
And this has been the weak spot and the defense pattern of the Photon Tornadoes. Every time that the PETRO GAZZ Angels would try to go for a tip or try to slow down the ball, they would either scramble or it would be an easy point on the side of the PETRO GAZZ Angels.
Kahit medyo mataas na yun, no? Still unable to read it. Barbon with the coverage. Here comes Luna. And she scores for Photon.
Now Luna attacking in between the blockers. Now, and it's a very difficult angle to attack because you are expecting that the net defense will already cover that. So no one really there to defend that the ball in between the blockers.
Nabor, 1-2 does not work. Atienza gets that one. Jazz goes to Shaya from the back row.
Now just the right amount of speed and power to score that point. Adorador just spinning that ball in, and Shen Cruz not ready for that.
Photon just 2 points away. This time Barbon picks it up. Ilab able to get it again. And it's still good for PETRO GAZZ. Chance for Photon. Luna. Yes!
Jazz Nabor orchestrating the offense of Photon really well. Giving really her attackers a lot of opportunity to score points.
1 point ang hinahabol ng Photon. Luna again. She is fired up.
Now, in Photon starting to play faster this time. We see a lot of delayed blocks on the side of the PETRO GAZZ Angels.
And Nabor feeding it to May Luna, recognizing the hot hand. Oh, but an error for Nene Bautista. Cuts it short and leads us to the first technical timeout. PETRO GAZZ up by 1 against Photon. Experience a new way to feel the heart of volleyball. Watch every set, spike, dig, and block on any device, anytime, anywhere via Pilipinas Live. Download the app now and subscribe for only 99 pesos a month. Action continues here in set number 3 with PETRO GAZZ up by a point. Sabete with a serve. Luna again. And again, she scores.
A lot of points coming off the hands of May Luna.
4 points already for May Luna here in this set.
And this is good for the Photon Tornadoes. Every time Adorador is in front, she's able to put in the scores. But whenever May Luna is in front, she's also able to contribute. But this time, we see that down-the-line attack from Sultanes using the hands of the blockers.
Check this out.
And then we see her really intentionally trying to use the hands of the blockers to score that point as she angled her hands.
Good serve there for Palma. A bit low, but it works nonetheless for Jai Atienza.
And we see that the Photon Tornadoes, the attackers, they're really able to adjust. Jai Atienza earlier, the set was a bit low, but still finding a way to put that ball in.
And they knew that it was low, but for them to get that point, they celebrated right away. Pero nabawi lang with that service error of Atienza.
And this can be costly on the side of Photon Tornadoes because in the second set, they only had one error, the reason why they were able to string in a lot of points and widen the gap.
And it's not easy to limit your errors to just one, diba? Another point for PETRO GAZZ Angels, and the lead is back up to 2. (11 serving 9). Nabor sets up Adorador. Easy over here. Chance for Photon to set up a play, but mishit by Rodriguez. Clemente will try, and she will score.
The set to Clemente was also a bit low. Clemente just trying to push that ball in, intentionally going for a long ball attack. Barbon out of position there.
(12 to 9). Nabor. Back to Shaya. Read well by Cheng. Jazz looks at her options. Cheng back sets to Pontillas. And it's still good. And finally a point as double contact called on Photon.
Maiso Pontillas really making it look so easy to score a point. And with the run of PETRO GAZZ, Photon Tornadoes calls a timeout.
Yung blocking natin, ang atake natin, wala nang power. So para makapuntos tayo, kumuha tayo ng magandang pasa, just set ng maayos, dumistansya ka sa net para maka-atake ka. Hindi pwedeng nakadikit ka, ibibigay sa iyo yung bola, ida-drop ball mo lang. Ha? Atakihin mo. Ha? Apat lang yan. Kailangan nating umabol, dahan-dahanin natin. Aggressive na tayo sa kapay sa. Aggressive ba?
Hey, team! Batan!
Now, we talked a lot about how aggressive Photon Tornadoes were earlier as we take a look at this replay of that attack from Maiso Pontillas. Coach Brian Esquivel trying to ask for the same drive and aggressiveness on the side of Photon Tornadoes because that's one thing lacking from them in this set.
Right, can't afford to relax just because you won a set against PETRO GAZZ a while ago. And this time it's Cheng's turn to commit a double contact. Down to a 3-point lead for PETRO GAZZ as Nabor heads to the service line. 10 to 13. Cheng sets up Clemente.
And Cheng has already recognized that they actually have an advantage in the middle position as Clemente is a bit taller than the blockers of the Photon Tornadoes.
Right, and among the 3 middle blockers that we've talked about, yung ginagamit nilang sa rotation, it's been Clemente who's scoring for them already with 4 points. Nabor goes to Adorador. And finally, that one drops.
Now, Jasnabor starting to create more combination plays as PETRO GAZZ Angels showing better defense this time. But with that combination play, an easy outing on the side of Adorador.
Shaya heads back to the service line. Cheng tosses it to the other side. Sabete. Once again, her power allowing her to get that point.
And that's the advantage also of PETRO GAZZ Angels. They have two power hitters as their outside attackers who, no matter there are two blockers, one blocker, they are able and capable to score a point.
Right. Talagang hahampasin nila yung atake na yun, just like that one from Bautista, who's also consistently contributing for Photon every now and then in this match.
And Photon Tornadoes showing good teamwork and chemistry so far, given that they are a new team here in the PVL.
Yeah.
A lot of them, actually most of them on the court, is really contributing in both offense and defense.
Rodriguez serving for Photon. Cheng ups it, Sabete again. This time checked, and the Boer was able to get to it. Palma had a touch. Shaya from the back row, and down it goes for Adorador.
Adorador going for that long attack. So Tones and Cruz letting that go.
Clearly inside for Shaya. Rodriguez continues to serve. Down by 2 points are the Tornadoes. Cheng to Palma. Doing the same thing, finding that open spot. And we reach the second technical timeout. PETRO GAZZ 16, Photon 13. Back inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan. And it's the PETRO GAZZ Angels ahead by 3 points over the Photon Tornadoes. Here in set number 3, it's 1 set apiece. Luna tries that one. Second try para sa Photon. Wala pa rin. Nabor with the push. This time picked up by Soltones. Sabete's attack was short.
Too short for Sabete, trying to go for that cross-court attack. This is a different story from our second set earlier. PETRO GAZZ leading the way the entire time so far in this set, and Photon Tornadoes trying to play catch-up here, but it's just a 2-point game.
What about this familiar substitution of Coach Brian Esquivel, sending in Manji Monglubnan and Nabor as an attacker. Safer attack for Sabete. Nabor, cross-court, popped up by Pontillas. Here comes Soltones. It's still good. Luna, though, it's still alive. Sabete can take advantage, but Barbon pops it up. Rally continues. Shaya with a touch. Bodies on the floor, players scrambling. And Palma ends it with a running spike.
Both teams showing great hustle on the defense, but Remy Palma, every time she goes on for that slide attack, it's like she already has mastered the skills needed to score a point.
And you also saw, based on the body language of Photon, sila yung talagang humahabol in that sequence.
They were scrambling all throughout that rally.
Chance here for PETRO GAZZ. Here comes Soltones. Single block by Nabor.
Nabor perfectly closing that angle of Soltones, and no coverage on the side of the PETRO GAZZ Angels.
Two-point game. Luna with a serve, a short one. Palma again. And it's inside for Remy Palma.
And this is what they're capable of every time they get a good first ball. Cheng setting up Palma for the running attack, and it's like an automatic point on their side.
But Photon calling for a challenge. Ball in, ball out ang kanilang hinihingi. A crucial moment here in set number 3.
Exactly. Why not? They still have 2 challenges on their hands. And they cannot bring that in the 4th set.
So they're hoping that that attack of Remy Palma sailed out, was really starting to find her groove here in this match. Palma with 9 points. Is that in or out?
It's clearly in. It's like Palma has measured the court very well.
Medyo malayo rin naman kasi from the angle of Photon, no? Yung pag-call ng challenge na yun. Dapol enters the ball game, replacing May Luna. The serve by Palma. Mangulabnan goes to Atienza and set back by Clemente.
And Clemente has been on point in the net defense since she has started in this set. We've heard Coach Ryan earlier talking about the place of the middle, because Clemente, even though she's a bit slow in trying to move from right to left, she's still very tall as a middle blocker.
Right. Nabor with the attack. Popped up by Sabete. Here comes Soltones. Denied once again. This time by Atienza.
But Atienza trying to make up for that error earlier. Getting that kill block. And the cross-court attack of Soltones.
And just so nice, as you mentioned, to really cover these players who didn't get to see a lot of action in their previous team. Right now, doing a lot of damage as Des Clemente continues to make a good case. Ako yung gawin mong starting, Coach O.
Clemente just really showing that she can take advantage of her height and length really. Enjoying that point.
5 points already here in this set for Des Clemente. And a 4-point lead for PETRO GAZZ, and a newcomer checks in for Photon in Sydney Niegos. Mangulabnan goes to Nabor. Picked up by Dapol. The off-speed does not work. Another chance for PETRO GAZZ, and ball trickles to the side of the Angels. Another lefty attack, still nothing. Nabor's lefty attack will work.
Nabor would really contribute a point or two every time she's in the opposite side as an attacker.
And you can see her really comfortable in that position.
She still has that skills as an attacker. She played as an opposite attacker during her high school career.
Right, so meron talaga siyang experience in terms of attacking, being a spiker. Here comes Adorador. Cheng tosses it to Tiamzon. Barbon with a pickup. And an easy point for Tiami.
Barbon was perfectly on the right spot to defend that just too much power for her to contain, and that gave Tiamzon an opportunity to get that easy point.
4-point lead for Petro Gazz and 4 points away from taking this set as Genierva also joins Joymi Cagande courtside, enjoying the action live. And what a match it has been. Bautista gets that one. Shaya is blocked.
No, everything going well on the side of the Petro Gazz Angels. Sabete getting that kill block.
5-point lead for Petro Gazz, but Jasmine Nabor on the floor, starting to cramp up, I believe, with her right leg. She has been doing a lot for Photon.
No, exactly.
Kanina, nagsiset yan, pero tumatalon din para umatake. A lot of effort on her part.
A lot of running, a lot of jumping, a lot of break foot also to control that setting.
It was this one, dun pa lang no, sa landing niya. But she stays on the floor, will set it up to Bautista. Medyo nag-alangan doon. And Bautista makes sure of that one.
Both teams actually scrambling in the defense, but an overpass there given to Bautista. And Bautista also has the height to kill that ball.
18 serving 22. Photon looking to mount a mini run towards the end of set 3. Clemente was checked. Nabor goes to Dapol, and her first attack point. Welcome to the PVL. Mary Rose Dapol.
Dapol showing that she was going to go cross court, but the last second there, going down the line, no one there on the side of the Petro Gazz Angels.
19-22 is the score. Cheng, a tough set, but no problem for Cheng. And Sabete rewards her with that point.
Sabete using her speed, trying to beat Niegos and closing that block, taking advantage of that loose block there to score that point.
2 points away are the Angels from winning set 3, but an error for Des Clemente delays that one.
Free point here for Photon Tornadoes and an opportunity for them to close this gap.
Dito matetest talaga itong Photon, no? A new team, Ayel, in situations like this.
And playing against veterans at that.
Palma. Nalagpasan si Niegos, and Petro Gazz is at set point.
And this is what Petro Gazz is capable of. They really know how to control the game and to finish strong.
4 set points for Petro Gazz. A sharp serve. Nabor goes to Bautista. Able to get it through.
But Petro Gazz here as a good challenger in the Photon Tornadoes. Still not giving up here. One set point save.
Yeah. But needing 3 more to extend this one. Bautista with a serve. Cheng chooses Sabete. Barbon keeps it alive. Adorador from the back. Easy pickings para kay Cruz. And somebody touched the net. That is Palma. And she admits to her fault.
Now the set was also a bit close to the net. Palma trying to go for a power tip, trying to beat the blockers, but scraped the net on her way down.
Timeout called by Coach O.
Kasi sasabayin si Remy. Kaya si Remy, hindi kinakailangan din, basta tama yung target. Okay? Okay, one good pass ha. One good. Katagalin natin sa isang pass ha. Okay, tapusin. Go, put up the intensity ha. Last point ha. Last point tayo ha. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yun muna unang gagawin ha. Yung may control muna tayo. And then sabali ka na. Ate Cheng, sabali ka. Baka naman ako sabali.
Coach O there reminding them to execute something that they can be in control of.
2 set points already saved by Photon. Bautista with the steady hands at the service line. Can she continue? That is through. Cheng to Sabete. And finally, PETRO GAZZ gets set number 3, courtesy of Jonah Sabete.
Sabete powering through 2 blockers in front of her to finish the set.
And that worked well for the Angels. All smiles for them as they take a 2-1 set advantage. We'll be back with set number 4 here on One Sports.
New streaming experiences also await via the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. Now, PETRO GAZZ Angels taking that third set from Photon Tornadoes. It was a different story. PETRO GAZZ Angels leading all throughout that set. They took control of the set and they dominated them in the offense department. A lot of contributions from Sabete, Soltones, and Clemente also shining in that set. A lot of bright spots for her. Isa Puntillas also some contributions from her. But Photon Tornadoes showing still good defense, but they had the difficulty in converting as PETRO GAZZ Angels also played better defense in the third set compared to how they played in the second set.
Right, it's gonna be hard to really, at the end of this match, choose a player of the game because parang lahat ng pinapasok ng both coaches, no?
Exactly.
Gumagawa for both teams.
Jas Nabor also playing a lot of roles for Photon Tornadoes, but for PETRO GAZZ Angels towards the end, it was really Sabete powering through the blockers. So we see the numbers, 17 attacks for PETRO GAZZ, 2 more compared to the 15 of Photon Tornadoes. Both teams still improving in the net defense. 3 blocks for PETRO GAZZ, 2 for Photon. And this is a very different outing in terms of their aces. Only 1 ace for PETRO GAZZ and no ace on the side of Photon. Both teams, Photon still trying to lessen. They had 9 in the first set, 6 in the second set. They have 5 right now, but again, more errors on the side of Photon as they only had 1 in the second set. And the third set, they have 4 errors.
And finally, itong PETRO GAZZ asserting themselves back in the blocking department. Nabanggit mo yun. In set 2, very evident that they weren't able to get any blocks. But having Remy Palma, the best middle blocker from the last conference, diba? Able to get those points and a lot of running attacks, which helped PETRO GAZZ get that set 3 win. And this leads us to the 4th set inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Arena in San Juan. Thank you for joining us once again here on Pilipinas Live, on One Sports, One Sports Plus, and on Signal Play. Dip Dipianco alongside Ayel Estranero calling this match, and Alexis Tinsay, our courtside reporter for this match. And the board seems to be fine after cramping up late in the third. And Soltones continues to score.
No, perfect angle for Soltones there. She's been trying to go for that angle in that cross-court attack, but she has been guarded in a few attempts earlier in the previous set, but this time she's successful in targeting that zone 5.
Nabor chases after that. Soltones with the pickup. Cheng goes to Sabete. Jonah is blocked.
That was well read by Atienza and Adorador earlier.
If you look at Petro Gazz, they already have 3 players in double-digit scoring in terms of that one. You have Sabete, Palma, and Soltones. But for Photon, it's been Adorador leading the way. And it's just so hard because Petro Gazz, Janelle Cheng has the luxury of really spreading the floor.
And you have high-scoring players like what you've mentioned earlier in Palma, Soltones, Sabete, and you even have Maiso Pontillas and Clemente earlier, who has been contributing also some big points for the Angels.
An extra challenge here for the Tornadoes, and it's still good for the Angels. Dapol finally ends that rally. And the chance for us to listen to Alexis Tinsay.
Dip and Ayel at sabi nga ni Coach O, Angels, hindi pwedeng puro power. Kailangan din ng paraan. And with that, Coach O asked his girls to get more creative when Photon does out-of-system plays. He also asks Janelle Cheng to use her momentum in her blocks to get that timing the Angels have been eyeing. And with Photon currently stepping out of the bag, Marian Buitre tells me lalabas yung maturity ng Angels kapag mas prepared sila with in-game adjustments. Because at the end of the day, the game can't be predicted on paper. Now let's plunge back headfirst into the adrenaline-pumping match together with the Pilipinas Live app for just 99 pesos per month. Let's boomerang back to the panel as Aiza Maiso Puntilla serves the ball.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. As we boomerang and that ball goes back to the side of Photon, no? Petro Gazz already with a 2-point lead, but on that report of Alexis, Coach O obviously telling the ladies na hindi madali porket on paper they've had more experience. They have to work for it.
And it gets so much harder every time you prove something because people expect higher. And right now, being an intact core, there's something that they need to prove that they can play better against these new teams. And Photon is one of the new teams you have been talking about.
But there's going to be a challenge on the floor for Photon, asking for a block touch. Tignan natin kung ano yung mangyayari dito. But again, just goes to show yung gravity ng bawat laro. We talked about it at the top of the coverage. But just to reiterate, yung format natin ay ano, you have two pools for this conference. Pero kasi pag dalawang talo, medyo tagilid ka na rin siguro.
Two pools, Pool A and Pool B will go through a single round robin, and only the top 2 teams will move forward to the semifinals. And it's a carryover of their standing.
Right.
So the teams who are coming in the same pool will not play against each other anymore in the semifinals.
Kailangan galingan mo na dun sa one and only matchup nyo. Block touch yung hinihingi. But there seems to be none. Oh. A slight touch. So successful ang challenge na ng Photon.
And it's a good challenge for them because Petro Gazz earlier in the 3rd set started strong and pulled away early on. So they want to be able to stay close right now and try to rally some points.
Right, they're only behind by 1 point. Nabitin. Yung atake na yun ni Niegos.
That set was already too low for that deep cross-court attack from Niegos.
Five to 3 is the score. Sabete will be the one to serve. A sharp one. Barbon bumps it to Dapol. Cheng goes to Soltones again. Barbon so steady on the receiving end. And so is Sabete. Palma was not ready. Nabor quickly apologizes to Cruz.
On the bar going down the line, Cruz actually read that well because she recognized that Nabor was going down the line and going deep down, but she was too forward in trying to defend that ball.
Cheng signals Remy Palma, but Bautista able to pick it up, and Rodriguez finds the hole.
That long cross-court attack from Rodriguez. Easy outing for her. No one really there on the side of the Petro Gazz Angels.
5-all here. Palma is blocked. Chance for Photon to take the lead. Easy pickings for Sabete. Soltones. Did not need a lot of power in that one.
No, exactly. Soltones just putting in some speed in that attack.
And this time it's Shaya Adorador cramping up.
We've talked about Adorador and Nabor as leaders and veterans of this team.
Yeah.
And they are doing a lot so far.
Yeah, it's the tandem of Naborador actually leading the way. 16 points na for Shaya, 9 for Jasmine. And you can only imagine how they're feeling also. Adorador played also in the AVC Challenge Cup.
Also, really no rest for her.
But Luna seems to have a lot of rest and power.
Oh, May Luna, some power hit from her. Again, attacking in between the blockers.
She's always been fiery ever since
Exactly.
playing for DLSU.
And you can hear it here live. Her contact of the ball is really solid.
Tied at 6. Cheng goes to Clemente, medyo nabitin. Photon able to keep it up. Cheng, this time combination to Soltones. And a net touch in the process. I think there's going to be a challenge though for Photon. Net touch is what they called against Photon, so they're arguing na walang tumama sa net on their side.
There could be on the side of Petro Gazz because the set was too near the net. The reason why Soltones had to speed up and try to chase that ball before it goes down.
All here in set number 4. We wait and see. A while ago they asked for a challenge and it was successful for the block touch, and this time it's the net fault that they want to look at. And at least a bit more time to rest for players like Nabor and Adorador. Well, let's see. Ayun. So it was Jasmine clipping the net.
No, also Soltones on her way down.
So point stays with the Petro Gazz Angels.
So it was Nabor who actually hit the net.
Even the players are
Confused.
confused. Nagtatawanan din sila on the floor.
Chance ball.
Who will Cheng go to? Two options. Pontillas unable to put it away. Janelle chases. Soltones. The tip. Nabor with the attack.
Soltones actually trying to put Luna out of position to give Photon Tornadoes a difficult time to convert, but Jas Nabor, as an offensive setter, had the right thing in mind to go for that 1-2 attack.
We're tied at 7-all, 5th deadlock here. And we're not even halfway through the set. Easy point para kay Des Clemente, which leads us to the first technical timeout. It's PETRO GAZZ up by 1 against Photon. Back inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan. And you're still catching the third and final match of this Thursday triple header between Photon and PETRO GAZZ. The question at hand, can you dig it? It's Barbon and Cruz squaring off in this matchup, and so far Baby Love has had the better of it. 19
excellent digs for Barbon. She has been stable as a libero for the Photon Tornadoes.
Action continues with PETRO GAZZ leading by 1. Aiza Pontillas getting the point.
But Aiza Pontillas really outsmarting the defense pattern of Photon Tornadoes every time given that setup by Cheng.
9-7 is the score. This is going to be a free ball for PETRO GAZZ. Janelle chooses Aiza again. And the pancake save leads to a point. Barbon to Bautista connection.
And every time Photon Tornadoes is scrambling or they're having a difficult time in that first ball, whoever gets the second touch always have that quick thinking to target the end part of the court of the PETRO GAZZ Angels.
Right, everyone is thinking quick in this match. The bump set to Bautista. Lots of touches, not the cleanest of hits, and a violation for Clemente. Coach O wanted the challenge, but Clemente saying not to push through.
And that urgent reaction from Clemente was actually important because it could have been a wasted challenge from the side of the PETRO GAZZ Angels.
Tsaka maaga pa in set number 4. Sabete goes up. Barbon again with a touch. How many times have we said that? Back set to Pontillas. Popped up by Jasmine. Bautista. PETRO GAZZ looking to keep it alive, and they do so. Atienza. Sabete again. Yes.
Now, Cheng and Sabete connecting in that rally. Perfect set for her to go deep cross-court attack. Really no one there in the side of the Photon Tornadoes. And Sabete recognizing and using that small gap in between the blockers.
Well, not the cleanest of receptions for Luna. But the attack works for Dapol.
Well, Dapol also having some bright spots here, contributing a few points. But every time given that opportunity, she's also able to score that point. She's an MVP and the best outside hitter in her own right.
That's actually a good pickup for Photon Tornadoes. And Janelle Cheng still continues to fool everyone here. You know, as a center, Ayel, ikaw ba alam mo yung tendencies when you're playing against someone? Would you know, meron ka bang titignan dyan na, okay, mag-1-2 tong player na to?
Oh, you would always know because you have to check the blockers, their formation. But Janelle Cheng just executes it perfectly every single time. She doesn't even have to check the net. Like, she doesn't have to face the net to see. She just knows.
She just has the feel of it, no?
Exactly.
Maggie Mangulabnan enters the game earlier this time compared to the previous sets. At 11 all. Palma not allowing Photon to take the lead here in this set.
Now Palma is not getting a lot of opportunities to get that set up, but every time Cheng sets her up, she's very efficient in scoring.
PETRO GAZZ maintaining this lead. Nabor. That is back to the side of Photon and a point for the Angels.
Nabor trying to go cross court there, but you can't go for a spin attack when you have Remy Palma in front of you.
"13 serving 11, the numbers for Jonas Abete. Leading the way with 15 points. But that service error gives a free point for the Tornadoes.
And this is an important set for both teams. PETRO GAZZ would want to take away this set and win this game, but Photon would also want to extend this into 5.
Oh, what a set, what a spike for May Luna.
Now May Luna again, you've said it earlier, very explosive in her approach and using all her power to get through the blockers.
Maggie had to adjust there. And again, Cheng. It's the 4th time she's done that and still no one can read it.
No, always flawless every time she goes for that 1-2 play.
Tingin mo, pang ilang beses niya gagawin bago mabasa ng Photon?
No, it's hard. You know that she's gonna do it because she's the type of player. It's just that you have to really predict the timing of when she's gonna do it, and it's really hard.
Yeah. And how well she's been distributing the ball also. You would expect that she'll set it up. We are tied once again at 14 all. 9 deadlocks. Or 10 deadlocks already here. But still no lead change. So PETRO GAZZ still maintaining the lead.
They continue to control this game.
Nang bahagya because it's been a 1-2 point lead lang for them. Clemente. Chance here for Photon to get a taste of the lead for the first time this set. But Soltones getting it back for the Angels.
No, we're not seeing a lot of combination plays on the side of the PETRO GAZZ Angels. They're just trusting that they have really talented outside hitters who can power through 2 blockers.
That's 14 points for Soltones. Nabor popped up by Sabete. Gretschel again. Yes.
Gretschel Soltones earlier powering through the block this time. Angling, trying to go cross court.
And we reach the second technical timeout with PETRO GAZZ ahead by 2. Back inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan. It's PETRO GAZZ staying steady, staying calm here in set number 4 with a 2-point lead. Ayel.
PETRO GAZZ Angels definitely are in control in this set, but Photon Tornadoes keeping it close also, putting in a lot of effort in trying to close the gap and try to get the lead.
But PETRO GAZZ threatening to pull away. Just one touch and it's back with the Angels. Soltones again. Mangulabnan with a pickup. Tough set. Third try para sa PETRO GAZZ. Still nothing for them. Magi the bump to Nabor. Cheng keeps it alive. Here comes Sabete. And that is over.
PETRO GAZZ Angels are showing some good defense there. A lot of powerful attacks coming from the Photon Tornadoes, but too much power in that attack of Sabete.
It takes so much effort also for PETRO GAZZ to get a kill, no? Parang on the fourth, fifth try.
No, because of the solid floor defense of Photon Tornadoes.
The same can be said for PETRO GAZZ. Oh! Soltones avoiding the blockers.
It's a game of who has a better floor defense here, but this time Soltones outsmarting the floor defense of the Photon Tornadoes there.
PETRO GAZZ up by 2 once again. Free ball. Unable to take advantage was Pontillas. Bautista sent back. Inangat ang bola to Luna. And that's outside.
Great coverage though on the side of the Photon Tornadoes. So PETRO GAZZ having some good time in the net defense. Photon needs to convert at this point because PETRO GAZZ is starting to pull away.
Right, it's a 3-point lead. And Luna was unable to get a touch. No, mahirap yung set na yun. And the ball again cramps up, this time on the left leg. And she is starting to feel it. All the jumping from attacking, setting.
Nabor earlier really tried to power through and continue to play.
She gives a thumbs up to Coach Brian Esquivel, who was ready to send Bern Flora on the floor.
I'm just wondering if Bern Flora would enter, who will play as a setter on the side of the Photon Tornadoes?
Right. As we listen into this timeout first.
Talagang rally, talagang dyan lalabas yung pulika. Kailangan lang nating i-enjoy pa para mawala yung pagod na yan. Ha? Bawiin natin sa pagsasaya para para makakuha pa tayo ng puntos. Apat lang yan. Apat lang.
Let's go! Hey, team!
We said it earlier that Adorador and Nabor has been putting in a lot of work. They've been moving on all sides of the court. So, andun talaga yung pagod and as a result, but Nabor still continuing.
Yeah. Yun natin yung sinasabi nila na laughter is the best medicine. Yun gustong sabihin ni Coach Brian, diba?
Exactly.
Mag-enjoy lang and baka sakaling hindi maramdaman ni Jasmine yung cramps na yun. She's back on the floor and they're able to score a point courtesy of May Luna.
And they need to celebrate every point. They need to hype each other up because they actually have an opportunity here with their momentum and their consistency. They have an opportunity to get this set,
right.
But they would want to close the gap first.
But it should start now before it's too late. 16-19, Cheng back sets to Pontillas. And down it goes for Maizo Pontillas.
But PETRO GAZZ also has the advantage now as we take a look at this replay of Maizo Pontillas going for that sharp cross-court attack again and again. That's really an angle she's already mastered. But advantage here on the side of PETRO GAZZ. They have 3 attackers in their front line right now.
Heather Ginoo checks in to serve para sa Petro Gazz. Bautista off the block and a point.
Bautista knew that her cross-court attack was already fully covered, going for the hands of the blocker to score that point.
(17 serving 20 in set 4. A float serve. Cheng goes to Sabete. Trying to go for that corner spot, but it's outside.
Sabete actually had the right thing in mind, targeting that corner pocket of Photon Tornadoes, but just too much angle and no risk action in that attack.
And only 2 points away, itong Photon Tornadoes as Atienza continues to serve. Pontillas ulit. Then that's a point for Petro Gazz.
And we know Maiso Pontillas as someone who can really string up some points, especially in the most crucial and important part of the set.
Chisaet alongside Marian Buitre enters the game for Petro Gazz. And they only need 4 points to win this match.
Coach O wants a complete front row here for more offensive options.
Saet with a good serve. Nabor goes middle to Rodriguez. Palma on the second touch. Nothing there. Dapol. And it's a point for Photon. And you can see on the attacks of Dapol, no? Really showing us that she can also be an option for Photon.
Exactly. And she has hang time also, where she's able to choose which angles to go for.
Right. Buitre on her first attempt. Sabete. Nabor goes back to Dapol. Medyo nabitin dun. Here comes Soltones from the back row. Barbon pumps it to Jasmine. Soltones does the same for Buitre. The off speed. Oh! Crucial point there that they lost.
Marian Buitre perfectly executing that off speed, disrupting the defense of Photon, and because of that, Coach Brian Esquivel here calling for a timeout.
Ngayon, huwag nating madaliin ng galawan sa loob ng court. Kailangan mas pulido, mas maganda. O kalimutan yung nangyari. 3 puntos lang yung habulin natin. Tagayin lang natin sa depensa at sa pasa para makatake tayo. Jazz, discard ba tayo, Jazz?
Kaya pa yan, tara.
Tingnan nyo yung score. Kung gano'n na kayo,
we talked about this earlier. It's a game of whoever plays better defense and whoever gets a better first ball, because we see both teams really capable offensively. They have a lot of power hitters in their lineup. Talking about Photon, both Photon and Petro Gazz, but so far Petro Gazz really outsmarting the floor defense of Photon.
Nabor sets up the play. Here comes Soltones. It's still good. Dapol will look to get back that point, but set back.
Because Photon has been scrambling, they've been attacking out of system. Well read there by Remy Palma.
23 serving 19. Petro Gazz just 2 points away. But Sabete getting that error keeps Photon.
Sabete has been struggling on the service line.
Yeah. Just leaving the door a bit open para sa Tornadoes. Saet puts it up. Oh! And Barbon was right there, but Solton is able to get the point. And they're now at match point.
And right now it's experience playing in on the side of the Petro Gazz Angels. really recognizing the weak spots on the defense of the Photon Tornadoes.
4 match points for the PETRO GAZZ Angels. Des Clemente back on the floor. And it's Remy Palma serving for the match. And it's an ace! The PETRO GAZZ Angels bounces back from their opening game day loss and gets their first win at the expense of the debuting Photon Tornadoes.
Remy Palma going for that short serve and getting that ace to win that set and win this game.
We'll be back to wrap this one up and talk more about what happened in this match between Photon and PETRO GAZZ. And our final score, relive this game and all PVL games and stories anytime, anywhere on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. And our best player of the game is with Alexis Tinsay. Alexis?
Depanael here with me is player of the game, PETRO GAZZ Angel Janelle Cheng with 8 points, 5 attacks, 2 blocks, 1 ace, and of course, 20 excellent sets. Congratulations, Janelle.
Thank you po. Thank you po.
And Janelle, gaano kagaan sa loob na nakabawi kayo sa last game at nag-work ang inyong in-game adjustments?
Siguro malaking bagay ito for our next game. So, sana mabaon namin yung intensity nun para sa next game.
At tunay kang hihintayin ng fans na mabaon yun for your next game. And secondly, how important is your creativity? Always ready to set up new plays throughout those 4 sets. At what point mo natatansya na kailangan ko nang baguhin yung gameplay?
Siyempre pagka marami nang napo-point sa amin, kailangan na natin maging creative, magkaroon ng puntos.
And at the same time, gaano ka-importante na solidified ang inyong core, na kayo-kayo din ang talagang nag-work hard sa teamwork inside the court.
Malaking bagay yun kasi yung gelling nandun na wala nang kapaan, like amoy na namin yung isa.
Talagang tinginan na lang, no? Nagkakaintindihan na. May gusto ka bang batiin, Janelle?
Yes, totoo, tama. Ano po?
At may gusto ka bang batiin, Janelle?
Hello sa family naming lahat. Tapos, pwede po ba itali si MJ? Pwede na umalis. And hello sa PETRO GAZZ fans.
Thank you very much. Here is Janelle Cheng. Congratulations again to the PETRO GAZZ Angels and a huge shout out to MJ Phillips here. Let's go back to the panel.
And there you have it, our best player of the game, Janelle Cheng, and our final numbers for this match, Ayel.
PETRO GAZZ showing some dominance in the attack department. They have 65 against the 54 of Photon Tornadoes. Both teams, again, really doing well in the floor defense and as well as on the net defense. 7 apiece. But PETRO GAZZ had a difficulty in the first few sets with their service, but they were able to string in some service aces with 6, 2 for Photon, and PETRO GAZZ even committing more errors with their 27 against the 19 of Photon Tornadoes.
Right, and ultimately the victory para sa PETRO GAZZ Angels, bouncing back from their loss last Tuesday, and now on the winning column here at the Invitational Conference. Meanwhile, Photon drops down to 0-1. Our games continue on Saturday, still here at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan. PLDT will go up against Akari, both teams debuting in the Invitational Conference at 1:30, and then followed by Photon against Chocomucho, and then finally the battle of both teams who won their opening games, F2 Logistics Cargo Movers and the Signal HD Spikers. And that does it for our coverage tonight here. Of course, our triple header this Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us on behalf of our director Al Neri, our courtside reporter Alexis Tinsay, and my partner Ayel Estraniero. My name is Dip Dipiaco, saying thank you so much for watching the PVL 2023 Invitational Conference. This is the heart of volleyball.